it's a great question. I think when I look at the future kind of this program, a lot of it now is how do we scale the content? And when I talk about that, it's how do we take this content and turn it into on-demand to hit people that can't come out to an event like this? How do we build a train-the-trainer program? Right? I think the easiest way to get this knowledge out there is to start force multiplying it outside of the heads of the few into the many, but how do we build those trainers that can go back to their own companies and start to train? And so for me, that's kind of the big focus moving forward is we know our content works, right? We see the excitement of people, we see the feedback from people about how they're able to just learn and start to understand this why behind the how, but how do we take that and start to expand it at a much faster rate, I should say, out in the world.
I think the feedback we're getting is actually consistent across all the boot camps that we've done so far, which is great training, right? Great enablement, right? Things that we're learning here, never been done before. One of the actual feedbacks we get most often is this is the best Adobe training I've ever had. But I sat down with one of the partners last night and he said, I've been to a ton of Adobe training. This exceeds the bar by far. Which was great because I know what kind of depth and experience you've had across a number of our products. Where we go from here is interesting. I think where we go from here is we need to evaluate what we have. We know the content's great. We know what we're doing works and it's exactly hitting the mark in terms of what they're expecting. The question is, right, do we scale this out, right? Do we add new content, new subjects, new products, right? Where do we go from here is something we as a team are going to be getting together and saying, right, how can we, right, have a larger impact than what we've done without sacrificing any of the quality that this bootcamp has been able to establish as that high bar.
Yeah, it's amazing to be here again looking at the boot camps, and one thing I'll definitely tell you that I am already seeing a pattern across all the boot camps I've done. Whether it is architecture or implementation or even the use cases, the domain of customer experience management, from what I have learned from the attendees, is complex and it needs training. It needs a lot of best practices, it needs discussion, it needs a lot of understanding of how the tools work and how to place them in the right order to make these implementations work. So that's a consistent pattern that I am seeing, being a product manager coming out into the field.
I think data modeling is the very first thing which you do in any major platform. AEP in itself is a very broad and massive platform, but you cannot do much on the platform unless until you lay down the right foundation from the very start. And this data modeling aspect, which includes SID and looking at the source data and modeling it the right way, sets you for the success, because now you have a very strong foundation lying right there and you can keep on stacking all the downstream services on top of it seamlessly.
So first of all, we've been running this bootcamp for over 1 year in several different countries. First of all, the feedback was tremendous from the partners. We have received some great ratings, some great in-depth feedback, and it's been taken very well by the partners. But when we started this program, obviously we wanted to cover the why behind how about Adobe Experience Platform. But what we have seen over a couple of months is we have seen tremendous growth in our partners' capability in terms of delivering project and ensuring that the project is in adequate quality, ensuring that they have less escalation and deliver projects on time, which is very, very important for any kind of delivery. The second thing that we have seen when these partners have gone through this content is they're able to get certification. They're able to pass their exams for real-time CDP, which is essential for them to demonstrate the capability that they are building within the organization. And my goal is to make sure that now partners are able to be specialized in RTCDP. So I'm very happy to see the progress and want to see what's going to happen in the future.